Welcome back to the cooking show.
Everyone's gonna help me make dessert.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna cook for my family for an entire week using only this cookbook. Stick around to see what we think. I like this a lot.
Dunkaroos de-doo.
Woo!
It's spicier?
Woo! It doesn't look that impressive. It's got a really nice flavor.
This is not for me.
Oh my god, I just had like an experience.
It's okay.
Wow.
Really good.
Oh. It'll keep you regular.
It's weird.
It's really tasty. Quite sweet.
Yeah, they're good.
I think this is a winner with us.
I like it.
Nope. Greetings everyone and welcome back to PB with Jay. Here we do a variety of things of the plant-based variety. We do cookbook reviews. I show you how to cook some of my family favorite recipes. I also do information videos as well as the occasional interview. But this week, my family is going to eat from Danielle Brown's HealthyGirl Kitchen for an entire week. So, what do I think about this book before I dive into it? So here's the thing. A lot of the recipes seem like versions of things we've had before. So I'm sure my kids are gonna say that as we're eating things. I'm gonna try to pick some things that are a little outside of center or unique to our family and see how those go. One thing I will say is I've noticed that she is not shy on using processed foods as well as oil in some of the recipes. So as you know on this channel, I'm gonna modify those to be whole food plant-based as best as possible. If you're one of those people who thinks that you shouldn't do a review on a cookbook when you're modifying recipes, then maybe this video is not for you. Because that's how I roll here on the channel. And that's how most people roll when they're home cooks. They do their best, but they use recipes as a starting off point. And so I'm judging these based on the merit of those ideas. And hopefully you're cool with that. And if not, that's fine too. I just don't need to hear about it. I've been getting a lot of awesome requests for cookbooks from you in the audience, and I love it, but I'm letting you know, I have got a lot on my to-do list. So I'm gonna hold off from requesting more in the comments below for now. That said, what I am gonna do sometime in the new year is I'm gonna do a video with my family eating for an entire week using only your recipes. So if you wanna send me one of your recipes, do so at pbwithjeremy@gmail.com. That's my email. I'll put it in the link down below. Just know that we're an honest group. You gotta try to impress Annie is what I'm saying.
Nope.
You love it?
No.
Good luck. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. In fact, I'd like to say hi to some of our recent subscribers. Cindy from Chicago, Jennifer from Merritt Island, Florida, Jody from Mount Pearl, Canada, Candace from London, Kentucky, Angela from Tobago, Robin from Indiana, and Suzanne from Quebec. If you'd like a shout out, let us know in the comments below who you are and where you're watching from. Now to the food! Rufus is having his dinner and we're making ours. Better than Takeout Sesame Tofu. I've made things like this before, so I think this is gonna go over well for my family. Special note is it only serves 2, so I'm doubling everything. And if you're of a family of more than 2, you might want to do the same, especially if you want leftovers. You might even want to triple it. This is actually really, really simple. I've already pressed the tofu, which the recipe does not call for, but I did just because that's my preference, but it's not required. I'm gonna do this without any oil, so and I'm not gonna fry the tofu on the stovetop. I'm just gonna air fry it. So all I'm gonna do is cut it into squares, toss it with cornstarch, and then just air fry it in the air fryer for like 10 minutes or so until it gets to the consistency I like. I like it a little dehydrated. My wife would go a little bit less, but as long as she doesn't see what I'm doing, nothing. We're talking about our preference levels for the amount we air fry the tofu. You like it crispier, right?
No.
Well, she's not making it, so she doesn't get a vote. She's still not making it. I don't care if she hears me.
I hear you.
Are you gonna come in here and cook with me?
Let me just say one thing. I didn't get to finish my thought. It's not horrible when it's extra crispy. I just prefer it when it's less.
I'll take that in consideration. I don't care at all. and make. Comment down below how you like your tofu. Like a little extra crispy or a little on the mushier side. I gotta go. I don't have popcorn. I gotta cut.
Oh my gosh, make dinner.
I'm making it. Oh my goodness. How dare you? Whisk all the, then you make a sauce. Uh-oh. Whoops. You heat up the sauce and toss it all together. So on the side, I'm gonna make some rice and I'm gonna steam some broccoli. I'm not doing anything special with the broccoli. I'm literally just gonna cut it up and steam it in a pot on the stove. Super simple. Prediction is that my kitchen will be like, this tastes like something we've had before, which is not wrong. So what was the first thing you said? No, you made a reference to this being similar to another dish?
A dish that we had a couple times because we really liked it.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot too.
You gotta watch covering your mouth.
I like this one too.
Okay.
You like this one too?
I can make you say anything right there.
How about this one? Really great dinner.
Is that better?
Yeah. So picky.
It's not picky, it's just people want to see your beautiful lips while you're eating. Actually, that's not true. People don't want to see us
Really
eating.
don't. See, I'm helping the world.
I like this a lot. Uh-oh. I heard from Annie. Annie?
The sauce in the tofu is like a sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Tastes like it usually does.
But this is a new recipe.
Sure it is.
It's spicier.
But
Woo!
it's spicier?
Woo! Mm-hmm.
Tastes sour and spicy.
In a good way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think our family generally likes saucy tofu cubes. We like tofu cubes a lot.
It's a kitchen party. Everyone's here.
Danielle Brown's.
Everyone's gonna help me make dessert.
No.
Oh, I'm making homemade Butterfingers. I love Butterfingers. It was like one of my favorite chocolate bars. So if I can find a healthier version of that, I will be a happy man.
What are you, Bart Simpson?
For this seems simple enough. I gotta grind some cornflakes up. And then mix it together with some peanut butter, maple syrup, pinch of salt. So if you're like me and you have peanut butter that's been in the fridge and it's kind of solidified, natural peanut butter, and it's hard to stir, my recommendation is to put it in the microwave for 15, 30 seconds, just long enough to make it stirrable again. It would just be easier. Otherwise you're having an unpleasant time. You want to have a good time when you're cooking. If you don't microwave it, you're gonna have a bad time. Here's a pet peeve I have with some recipes. So it says it makes 12, fair, that's great to know. But then when it says form into little bars and add to a baking sheet. That doesn't, does that frustrate you when you see stuff like that?
What?
Like when it says it makes 12, but it says form into little bars, but it's like, is that like a quarter cup? Is it 2 tablespoons worth? Like how much mixture? Because otherwise it feels like I've got to do all the math myself. Where if you've already made this, you can help me out a little bit.
You just eyeball it. You know,
But even to say
well,
make it like the size of a golf ball, make it the size of 2, just give me something to give me a contextual point of reference.
look at the picture.
I know.
Holding them.
I know she's holding them, but I don't know how big her hands are. Okay, because I'm a nerd, I added some math to it. So it was 504 grams for the whole mixture. So divided by 12, that's 42, which is roughly like 3 tablespoons. I think this is 1/8 of a cup. So
Talk nerdy to me.
oh, so I just measured this down.
Oh.
And that's 3 tablespoons, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we roll. So it's roughly 3 tablespoons or like a heaping 1/8 of a cup, but 42 grams.
Hi, welcome back to the cooking show.
And then we melt some chocolate. And then you make like the little ball of these things with everything else. Put them in the freezer, you melt the chocolate and you dip them in. So that's what it does.
So as you can see, there's a big difference between the Butterfingers you start dipping with and the ones you end with, because the amount he tells you for chocolate runs out by the end. You gotta stretch it pretty thin. Maybe 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. It would just help thin it out a bit more and make it smoother and spread a bit better, I think.
Oh my gosh, who pooped on the tray?
I did.
Annie.
You guys are being mean. It does look like a lot like poop. Who wants poop?
Me.
Well,
What do you think?
tastes like one, but it's a bit too chocolatey.
Yeah, we needed to find a way to make the chocolate thin spreader.
But it has the right texture, has the right flavor. Good.
Oh, really good.
Okay.
Really good. Wow, yeah. That's really good. Peanut buttery, crunchy, chocolatey. Get better than that.
Butterfinger was my favorite chocolate bar as a kid, so this has got a lot to live up to in my brain. Oh my god, I just had like an experience. This is so good. It makes me feel like I shouldn't eat it. That's how good it is. But I know there's a fair amount of chocolate on there, but it's a lot healthier than the actual chocolate bar would be. Holy cow. This brings me right back to my childhood. I'm kind of sad that I know how to make this now, because I'm probably gonna make this way more than I should.
Hey, I'm just interrupting very quickly to tell you about something new we're doing here on the channel. Memberships. Don't worry, nothing about the channel is actually going to change. You're still going to get the same kind of videos, the same quality of videos. But what this is going to do is give you a little bit more access to us behind the scenes, while also helping us to create content. Look, YouTube is amazing, but as a creator, it's a bit unstable when it comes to the revenue we make from this channel that helps us make the videos we make. Literally the same video with the same amount of views on one month could make half or double the amount on another month. And so what memberships are gonna do is help us to create more of a stability in the revenue we make on this channel, so we can keep doing what we're doing for all of you. It's also a chance for us to let our audience know how special they are and to create some additional content that you can all enjoy. And some exclusive things as well. We're keeping the prices as low as possible because the truth is I just want as many of you to be able to sign up as possible. We're talking cup of coffee price, low price tier thing. So what are the perks of being a member? Well, you will get early access to videos when they're ready early. Sometimes I'm right up against the deadline on those things. Members only live streams at least once a month. I might try to do more, but I can't promise that just yet. Priority shoutouts. I love giving the shoutouts. I've been doing it for a while here on the channel, and I know you all enjoy it as well. But the reality is that I've got a list of over 300 people that I owe shoutouts to, and that list is growing by the day. So this is just a way for some people who are really passionate about the channel to jump the queue a little bit. Don't worry, if you are on that shoutout list, your shoutout is still coming eventually. But the most exciting and important aspect of the membership is getting exclusive access to our mighty network community. What that means is you get to interact with not only me, but each other. So I can post topics and conversations, but so can you. It's more like forums and whatnot. There's a lot of really, really cool features on here that we're gonna be exploring and adding to over the upcoming months as we get comfortable with the platform as well. It's the next evolution of our PB with J community, and I really hope you can join us over there. Right now, we're starting with a really simple one-tier membership, one price. As we go along, I might add some more perks and bonuses for people who can spend a little bit more and want a little bit more. But this is gonna be a good start just to get our feet wet and figure the whole thing out and just see if people actually sign up for this thing. Maybe you won't. Maybe no one wants to be a member of PB with J. But for those who do, the link is down below in the description to let you know how to join us on the Mighty Network, and it will also be in all of our future videos, and I'll probably go back and put it in our past videos as well. Back to the recipes.
So tonight for dinner, I'm gonna make this 20-minute minestrone soup because it looks easy and I'm sick. And minestrone soup is awesome when you're sick. I got sick from Annie, it's her fault. Anyway, this is really simple. You just cook up the vegetables over top, saute them a little bit, and you add the beans and some more veggies and some spices. And that's about it. And you fold in the small pasta at the end. You could use any small pasta here. I'm just using macaroni because that's what we could find gluten-free. But if you're not using gluten-free, you probably got a lot more options out there. Here's what I recommend if you're making a large batch of this, or even a regular batch that you're not gonna eat all at once. The recipe says to throw the pasta into the soup and let it cook there. If you leave the pasta in, it's just gonna get a bit gloopy and gross. So I highly recommend cooking the pasta separately and just adding it to the soup you're gonna currently eat. It'll just store better for leftovers. Don't add it all in together. That's my suggestion. When you leave the pasta in, it absorbs the extra liquid, so you don't have much liquid in the soup. And it turns it into more like a pasta stew kind of thing. So that's my thoughts. We're gonna do that anyway, and then people can control how much pasta they want. In the dish, I don't think we have any of our vegan Parmesan still, but she recommends putting some on top and serving it with a crusty piece of sourdough, which we do have. Well, there's already pasta inside of it. You don't really need bread with this. What do you hummed?
Better than I thought.
It doesn't look that impressive. It's got a really nice flavor. It looks really basic and simple.
I would prefer you blended the tomatoes. I don't like the big tomatoes. I have a feeling Annie won't like tomatoes.
Oh, like a crushed tomato. So that's the trick. If you ever want to take diced tomatoes, just take the can with the liquid and everything, throw into a blender, turn them into crushed tomatoes like that.
This is not for me, but the rest of it's good.
Hey, this is simple. I like this a lot.
I like the chunks, just not the tomato chunks.
Fair enough. This is perfect for me. I did it today. This is a really simple minestrone soup, and I love it. Here come the kids. How's the soup, boy?
Oh no, it's a minestrone soup. It's good. I put some salt and pepper in it.
Yeah? You added a bit more?
Yeah.
That's good. Good for a simple, but that's just it. If no one's ever made one before, would this be a good recipe?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's okay.
Yeah?
You made a minestrone soup before.
I know, but this is a different recipe.
Tastes the same.
Tastes the exact same like Ephraim said.
And
And there needs to be kidney beans in it.
Oh, you prefer kidney beans. So everyone liked it. It's a simple soup and it's quick. So it's perfect for weeknight, especially if you got little colds like Annie and I have right now.
For breakfast tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have this mango mala chia pudding. So I'm making it the night before because that's what it's called for. Basically, all you gotta do is you gotta take a fresh or thawed cup of mango, puree it up, and then mix it together with some chia seeds, undairy milk. It seems like a lot of chia seeds. Maple syrup and some vanilla extract. Then you top that with some coconut, hemp seeds, and some more mango, and then you leave it overnight. And you have it in the morning. I think this is gonna be tasty. I just don't think it's gonna fill me up. Let's let her rip. This is a different kind of overnight breakfast pudding thing, so I thought I'd give it a rip. So there's a few things about this recipe that kind of baffle me. First, that you don't just mix the mango with everything else and blend it all up so the chia seeds grind up, because you get more nutrition out of them when they're ground up. That's fine. The second thing is that you're supposed to pour all the stuff in and then put the toppings on and then put it in the fridge overnight. It hasn't set yet. They're not gonna float on top all pretty like they do in the photo. I'm gonna ignore that and just put them on in the morning. Let's see how this sets in the morning. Oh, coconut's nice. It's simple. Yeah. It's a lot of chia seeds. 3 tablespoons. It's like, I don't know, 270 calories worth of chia seeds in here. But it'll keep you regular. All right, I'll probably add some more fruit to this, like a little blueberries and some sliced up bananas or something, but it's nice, simple alternative to like overnight oats. I kind of miss a grain in there. I might have a piece of toast later on if I still feel hungry, but delicious, and probably not something I would have thought to make myself, so. So Ephraim's gonna help me make dinner tonight?
No.
Where are you going?
I'm not in the shop.
Get back here. Damn it. So I guess I'm by myself. I'm gonna make crispy, no chicken tenders.
You have someone.
It's basically like a tofu nugget, which we've made a whole bunch of times. Oh, he's back. He's back.
No, him.
You want him to help me?
Yeah.
Rubus, you wanna help make dinner?
Rubus.
We made stuff like this before, but this has something different that I've never done before that I wanted to try out. It uses chickpea flour mixed with water. So I think that'll be interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. Normally I've just used milk. The only thing I'm gonna change is they call for breadcrumbs. I don't have any gluten-free bread right now that I can make breadcrumbs with, so my wife can have this. So the other trick that'll also help it be crispy is instead I'm gonna use cornflakes.
Sometimes we use the checks and everybody really likes the checks.
All right, swapping it out. Any dry cereal would probably work. Maybe we'll mix them. But what I'm excited too about this that we haven't done, I think, is make like a honey mustard. For this honeyless mustard sauce, it's just combining mustard and maple syrup. And then I also make baked fries with this, which is basically just cutting up potatoes. Obviously, we're not going to use any of the oil it calls for here, but it's... No, well, I'm going to toss it in aquafaba. It'll make it a little crispy. You don't even know. You wouldn't even know.
I'll do it. And if it's not crispy, then I'm coming for you.
I'll be sitting across from you. This is very different than how we normally make it. I like the seeds. And that honey, that maple mustard is good.
Tastes like mustard. I don't really taste the sweet.
You don't taste the sweet that much?
Oh no, good. If you can't taste the sweet, then Dunkaroos de-doozed. Yeah, there's some sweet in there. You guys lie.
Not a lot of sweet.
No, you don't want it to be super sweet.
Oh, I can taste the sweet. It just tastes like a regular tofu nugget. I don't like sesame. Like, why put so many sesame seeds when you could just put more cereal?
So you don't like the seeds?
No.
It's crispier. Sesame seeds helped.
So you like the sesame seeds?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one also had the breading. The breading for this was chickpea flour and water, as opposed to just like milk. So it's like a bit of a thicker breading.
Chickpea flour and water? Let me try this again. My opinion, it's not crunchier. Yeah.
That has the flavor.
It smells weird, but it doesn't taste bad.
Doesn't taste bad is a glowing review from Annie.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Fries could be better though.
Okay. Mummy? I like these. I haven't really had a bad tofu nugget from any of these books or from our own. Like, generally speaking, they work well, but this is the first time I've used like the chickpea flour and the seeds, and I like it. It adds a different kind of texture, which is fun. So I think this is a winner with us.
I like it. I think that it would be nice to have a plum sauce.
Yeah, so you could totally experiment with different sauces. We'll often use like a peanut sauce too for this.
I want plum sauce next time.
Have the ketchup,
All right.
please.
Plum sauce next time. What kind of sauces do you like for your nuggets? Let us know in the comments below. It's the weekend, so I'm gonna make this apple cinnamon baked oatmeal. Hi, Wooly.
Hi.
Yeah, this is a one pot kind of dish. You just put everything together and then you mix it together and put it in the oven for a beat. It says it serves 4 to 6, but just looking at the increments, I think 4 is more accurate. And I think you need to add more fruit to it to fill it out, but that's okay. I think the only thing we're gonna change is we might knock the maple syrup back a bit. It calls for ½ a cup, which isn't a ton, I guess, but it just feels like you could add more maple syrup on top if you wanted to. Hey, Woody?
Yeah.
And then I would probably add...
Less is more.
Less is more. And then I would probably add some more fruit to this on the side. But this looks good. And this will cook while we're walking. Wouldn't be Woody if she didn't put the sink on.
I have things to do, man.
Alright.
Too long.
Let's do it. This is a very, very wet batter, so I'm a little concerned with how it's going to turn out. But let's see. I actually put less liquid in because I put less maple syrup in, so that shouldn't have hurt it. It says baking for 40 minutes, and she just says to make sure it's not wet on top when you take it out.
It was really good. It was a little bit salty, I would say.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I would definitely make that again. It's really delicious.
And it's simple too.
And simple.
And what did you say? It looked like what?
Apple crumble.
Yeah.
More oats than apple. Grapes.
It's weird.
Why is it weird?
I like salt too.
It is a bit salty. I don't know if I put the salt in at all. I don't think you need the salt. It's weird. Because it's not helping it rise or anything. The salt is just for flavor, and it's breakfast. You don't need salt in your porridgey breakfast. But otherwise, it's good, right? I would make this again just without salt. And is it sweet enough for you? You added maple syrup on top of yours, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would reduce the maple syrup like we did here to half. And then if you want more, you can add more on top. But for those who don't need it, it's perfect. And then just add a little more fruit to the side if you want.
Pretty good. Tastes like apple.
Yeah?
Tastes like an apple crisp.
Tastes like apple crisp? It's called baked oatmeal, but it's basically all the same stuff.
Yeah.
So for dinner tonight, we're gonna make 2 meals. We're making 1 pan Moroccan chickpeas, as well as the Golden Goddess spice rice to go together. She recommends they go together. So this meal calls for, is it apricots?
Did I feed you?
Yeah, I got the right thing. So the only thing I'm gonna swap out here is just the olive oil, obviously. I'm just gonna use dry sauteing. I might add some peas to this just to get a little more vegetable into this dish, because it doesn't seem to have much other than the tomatoes and onions. Nice orange shirt.
Nice orange shirt.
It's Truth and Reconciliation Week here in Canada, although this will be posted much later. So we are wearing, there's the sink.
Well, if you didn't leave everything so dirty, I wouldn't even turn the sink on.
I'm trying to talk about truth and reconciliation. We're just supporting our Indigenous community and friends here in Canada in, you know, having to atone for all the sins of our pasts. So if you don't know much about it, you should look it up because it's an important issue here in Canada that's finally getting some recognition. So, but as for these dishes, you toss the rice and spices together and let that toast for a few minutes. And then you add water and coconut milk and bring it to a boil. So in theory, both these things are gonna be cooking together. So it should be simple enough. That good, huh?
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
What smells so bad about it?
I don't know. This does not smell good. Alright, get this steam away from me. So hot. No.
Nothing about it?
Ugh. The apricot, no. Stop. Nope.
You're just walking away from it? I'm not really looking forward to it either. Let's see how it is. Annie's not here. Let's assume Annie would hate it too. There's a guitar lesson going on in the background.
I like it.
That is the shock. Left our own devices, we never flavor rice. It's always nice when you flavor it. That's really delicious rice. Okay, now I'm gonna have the part that Ephraim gagged over. It's an adult flavor. Yeah, this is nice. I think especially if you mix them together, right?
I would eat it again, but I doubt you'll make it again. So we're on empty nesters.
This is gonna be a totally different channel when our kids are gone. The meals we will make will be a little bit different.
And
I
a little
imagine.
bit the same.
And a little bit the same. Yeah, I just think this is probably not kid flavors.
All right, so we liked it. The kids, meh. I'm assuming Annie would not like this, so I'm lumping her in with it.
Hard to know though.
You never know with Annie. She's off at camp for the next 2 days, so she won't get to try our dessert that I'm making for tomorrow either. She wouldn't like it anyway, because there's pecans in it. I might have planned that appropriately. I'm gonna make these pecan pie bars. Now, this is the dessert that needs to be made either the morning of or the night before, so we're actually gonna be eating these tomorrow, and I'm making them to give to a friend as well, because we've signed up for this meal share. So it's 2 phases. You gotta make a crust using almond flour, maple syrup,
it asks for coconut oil or vegan butter, but I'm just gonna use aquafaba. Here, I just used aquafaba, and it seems to work just fine. Keep in mind, when you use the almond flour, it tends to clump up, so you might need to like break it apart with your hands a little bit, like I did here. And then vanilla extract. And then you bake that in a crust. Then you let it cool and you add a filling. The filling is interested. It's made up of pecans and coconut sugar, maple syrup, and coconut milk. Looks good. So I'm looking forward to something like this, but we won't be able to try it till tomorrow. So stay tuned for that.
Let's break free. They kind of set a little, the crust got a little mushy. In the photo, it definitely looks crustier, like more of a firm crust, but they got a bit soggy in the fridge. Yeah, it says to let them sit in the fridge overnight up to, or 8 hours, so. I did what it said. Ephraim's gonna try one shortly because he's going out to babysit tonight.
Mmm. Pretty good.
Yeah? What's it taste like? I haven't tried it yet.
Tastes like a butter tart.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe this is our way to make butter tarts. Like maybe change the crust, right? But make butter tarts like this with this mixture.
Yeah.
Sweet. Evie says it tastes like a butter tart.
It's really tasty.
Yeah?
Quite sweet. But tasty.
Good?
Really good. But sweet. So if you're looking for something sweet, that's good. If you're trying to avoid sweet, not so good.
Crust is not very, it kind of got soggy. I would maybe play with a different crust recipe for this if I was to make it. If it tastes as good as I think it'll taste, because Evie raved about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's got like the flavor of a butter tart. It's definitely very sweet. It's very treaty. You don't need a lot of this. This is delicious. This woman's desserts are on point. Good job.
So what were our final thoughts on HealthyGirl Kitchen? Generally speaking, I think we liked all the recipes that we tried, and they were pretty easy to make. So I think this is a really, really great book for beginners. I personally didn't find it really challenged me in the sense of creating recipes I hadn't thought of before. Not counting the Butterfingers, because I'm gonna make those again. Those were next level awesome. I think for people that are used to eating plant-based and have been doing it for a while and already have a stable of cookbooks, you might find a fair amount of repeats in here. So for those people, I would say this is probably a decent borrow from the library. And if you're new to plant-based cooking and you're just looking for a nice, easy book to get you into it with some inventive things in there, this one's a buy. And if you are gonna buy it, I highly recommend using the links down below because it helps us here at the channel. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit us up down in the comments below. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you've tried this book and what recipes you like. Hit subscribe for more videos like this, and YouTube wants you to watch this video right here next. Might be another one of these review videos. I do a lot of those. Might be something else. It's gonna be different for all of you because YouTube looks at all of your information and decides what you want next. Let's see if they're right. Bye.